As I was in the traverse mode, now I tap the GPS button to switch back to recording a GPS feature. Up until now, I have recorded point features in the static mode. This means that I stand still, while the GPS stores the point location. The CMT data collection app will also let you record points at equal distance intervals. To do so, in the Store feature window, select Dynamic by Distance Interval, and specify the distance interval. While collecting data, keep on walking, and the app will record one GPS fix for each distance interval covered. This function is useful for creating equally spaced points along a planned fence line. It can also be used for recording multiple points over an area for the purpose of contouring, or calculating earth volumes. A high-accuracy GPS system is typically used for such tasks. To collect data for a path in the park, I tap the New button, and then look at the available line feature topics for this job. I don't see the featured topic, path, in the park's feature list. Well, I will just have to create it myself. To do so, I enter path into the feature name field. I select line as the feature type. The feature ID, path 001, is automatically assigned to the new feature. I will log this path in dynamic by time interval mode, and use the default time interval of 1 second between successive GPS fixes. I click on the OK button to confirm my entry. As I'm not interested in entering any description for this feature, I press the Store button to begin logging data for the path. At the same time, I start walking along the path. The GPS fixes will trace out the path on the displayed screen, and the number of collected GPS position fixes increase with time. It will continue to increase until I tell the data collector to stop the line featuring. At the end of the path, I hit the Stop button and confirm to end the feature. Just as you can collect an offset point feature, you can also collect an offset line feature, or an offset area feature. For example, if you need to record a railroad, but do not wish to walk on the railway track itself, you could walk parallel to the track, say 15 feet away on its right side, and store the 15 feet left offset value, along with the recorded line feature. If you are using a CMT app on the iPhone device, then you can use the Mapped View button and the Back button to toggle between the mapped view and the data collection page.
How can I tell if the app is using the Bluetooth GPS receiver, or the built-in GPS of my iPhone or iPad device?
The iOS devices can only work with GPS receivers approved by Apple. To make use of GPS, location service must be turned on under Settings, and also turned on for the specific app you are using. Using an external GPS receiver often improves position accuracy. The iOS device will automatically use the internal GPS if you turn on GPS within an app, while no external GPS is connected. Therefore, you will want to have the external GPS connected first, before turning GPS on in the app. When any app is using the internal GPS, iOS cannot work with an external GPS connected to the device. Therefore, to make use of the connected external GPS, you will want to turn off GPS from all running GPS apps, and then turn on GPS within the app you want to use. When Bluetooth connection is lost, then iOS uses the internal GPS. This could happen randomly. Reconnecting the Bluetooth GPS resolves this issue.
Now, I'm going to record the perimeter of a seating area in the park. I tap the New button to start a new featured topic. Then I select the Seating Area topic from the feature list. I will log this area feature in dynamic by time interval mode, and use the default time interval of 1 second. I select A for the zone. There are no predefined values for the seating capacity. I make an estimate, and enter 30 for the seating capacity. When I tap the Store button, the number of collected GPS position fixes increase, just as for line featuring. I start walking the perimeter of the seating area, and the app presents a screen to show my current position on the area feature. While recording a dynamic line or area feature, you may store a point feature for a nearby object, without terminating the line or area feature. A point feature recorded this way is called a nested point. It is totally independent of the recorded line or area feature. I do want to record a nearby tree as a nested point. Therefore, I tap the Nested button. This interrupts the recording of the area feature temporarily. For the point feature to record, I select the tree feature topic, and confirm to use the parameters specified by the feature list. I'll record it as a pine tree, that is, young, and enter less than 30 as the estimated height. I then press the Store button to store this tree feature. When done storing the nested point, the app asks me whether I wish to continue recording the area feature, or to record another nested point. I choose Continue to resume logging the area feature. When I get to the front of the seating area, I tap the Stop button to stop the featuring. The app automatically connects the ending point to the starting point. If, after featuring a line or area, you find out that you need to add more coordinates to the feature, you can do so by tapping the Existing Line Area button in the Store feature screen. The additional coordinates log will be appended to the selected feature. Another way to record a line or area is to log the data in static mode and store just the corner points. This method is appropriate for a line or area feature that can be approximated by a shape formed from straight line segments. For such a feature, you would specify the feature type as line or area and specify static as the data collection mode. You will also need to specify the session time for recording the static coordinates. After storing one coordinate position for a static line or area, tap the Continue button to store the next coordinate position. Repeat until all joints on the line or area features have been logged, and then tap the Stop button. The CMT app will automatically join those coordinates into an area shape. To close the GPS data collection session, tap the Exit button to close the data collection panel.
Should I keep the GPS receiver turned on, even when I'm not collecting feature data?
If there is a long stretch of time, such as a lunch break, during which you will not be actively using the GPS receiver, you can turn it off to save battery power. Keep in mind that, after turning the GPS receiver back on, you will want to wait a few minutes for it to stabilize, before collecting GPS data.
Now it's your turn to collect GPS data. For your first data collection exercise, you will open the My Park job that you've already created. Make sure Parks is selected as the feature list to use with this job. Please set up your data collector as follows. For the coordinate system, select LLA. For the datum, select WGS 84, 1150, ITRF00. For the distance unit, select feet or meter, as appropriate. For GPS, do not select Enable External GPS. If you are using iCMTGIS Pro or iCMTGIS 3, For the GPS datum, select WGS84, 1150, ITRF00. For the antenna height, select 4 feet. For navigation, set trail length to 1. Set navigation zoom mode to auto scroll. Mark the checkbox for navigation beep. Mark the checkbox for featuring beep. Please download and print out the Field Session 1 task sheet. Take it along, and check off each item when you have completed the specified task.